Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris. And tonight, god damn it guys, we are talking about the 1996 kick-punching action movie,
Riot.
No mistakes. He takes no prisoners. And he's got what he came for.
You can let him die out there.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, Annalisa! Get us down!
Gary Daniels. Sugar Ray Leonard. Riot.
that font let everyone down though. That font at the end,
That was not a
everyone
good
down.
font.
It was not a good. That looked like a font that like they forgot to link the file to, and when they opened the file back up, it like defaulted to some shitty font. And you're like, no one's gonna watch this anyways. Well, they were wrong.
Good enough.
I
Just want to see a little font.
Hey, we are back talking about the 1996 movie Riot. I hope everyone watched the right one. If it did not
Yes.
have Gary Daniels, then you watched the wrong one. You watched the Mario Van Peebles movie, which we're not here to speak on. Okay. Oh,
It's another show.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Okay, I'm just clearing it up. I had something I was going to tell everyone, but I don't know. You guys messed me all up with your nonstop.
Do you have more
Self-punch.
grievances to air?
I don't even know anymore. We'll get into it.
Do you need more
November
ice cream?
13th, I will remind everyone, all-day Bad Movie Night live stream event. Hopefully it's on your calendar, but we're not going to talk about that
It's not on
anymore.
our calendar.
It's not on our calendar.
Clearly not. Because I threw a
are we
bunch of
doing a
dates at
biscuit
people earlier, and
bake-off?
everybody's like, I don't know what's going on. And it's like, nobody fucking listens to me. That's the problem.
Were you saying something?
And you guys all laugh. But inside, it hurts, okay? I'm just saying that. Inside, it hurts. Okay? And if we've
stop
learned
eating so many
anything
tacos, man.
about this movie, it's about
Internal pain
injuries.
and suffering?
Internal injuries.
hemorrhaging.
Internal bleeding?
All right, enough banter. Somebody move their phone away from whatever microphone
Yeah,
they
what
have it
is
because
that?
it's making noise and it's ruining the show, frankly. It's probably Spivs under a DDoS attack.
I always hear
'cause
someone's
they
vibrating.
got
all
through the
time.
Skynet mainframe of Turkey Hill and now they're personally after him or whatever.
They can't get in.
They can hack that. They can hack that like the best of them. All right, 1997's Riot. 96? I don't know. What is it about?
96 to 97. I don't know.
All right. whatever.
Let me tell you what it's
96 and a half.
about. All right. A riot breaks out after 3 young black children are gunned down in Central Florida. Major Shane Alcott, a British operative, is sent in to rescue a rich white girl.
I just want to rescue my ex-fiance.
Am I British
Turns
or
out-
Australian?
A vicious street gang has taken her ransom.
You photo
Did I mention it's Christmas Eve?
We just want to play softball.
Have you ever seen Escape from New York? Well, this is Escape from fucking Jacksonville, son. Ho, ho, ho. It's the 1996 head-scratching, questionably ethical classic, Riot!
Roll back a bottle of beer.
Rated R for... I don't know. I have a lot of stuff about this movie. And
Yeah.
Gratuitous violence.
Man, IMDb said
Language.
it was rated R for non-stop action.
that seems fair.
Non-stop action.
That does
never-
seem fair.
There's a lot of stringing together of words that don't really flow together, too.
I have a lot of notes. I want to get into this, so let's just move on. Aaron, 1996. Can we take a moment? Get up in that history hole, get a little context for the movie and the year it was released.
Bring your shield and your baton.
Because things are going to get
Diving into the riot,
dirty, messy.
possibly.
Okay, all right, here we go.
For Aaron's History Hole.
So before we get too far, I just want to explore Gary Daniels' hair in this cover art. What is going on there?
Oh,
It's like a wet look.
yeah.
The bangs,
Yeah.
wet bangs.
It was 90s.
It looks like Zoolander or something.
It is very blue steel.
It's blue steel. Yes, that's what it is.
I gotta tell you, it works for me.
Yeah,
Well, then
that's
he's
good.
doing the, you gotta, this,
Use the
when you're
thumbs up.
punching. So,
Yeah, it's a tough angle for that photo.
yeah.
It's amazing they were able to fit both of them on that cover. Two legends.
True.
Yes, so Riot from 1996 was filmed in Florence, Arizona.
Really?
Wow, I never would have
Okay.
thought that.
All right.
Me neither, but it takes place in a fictional Los Angeles.
Oh, it's
Riot.
fictional, all right.
Oh, I thought it was Florida.
No.
Oh, everything online I read said Florida.
Really? That's everything I said so slow. L.A.?
It's
Maybe it's
I thought it
Louisiana.
was LA.
Why don't you guys fight over it?
Bring it on, AJ.
But you have a riot.
I mean, if you Google the film Riot, it says it takes place in Florida.
Did you watch the correct Riot?
Yeah,
They
96.
used a lot of footage that looked like the L.A. riots in the early 90s. So
Yeah.
that's
Fair. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
thought
I
it was
thought LA
okay.
originally. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right, so
probably-
this was-
probably a little inappropriate.
Yeah. This movie had some cool alternate titles in Germany. We have Lethal Christmas,
Ooh.
Lethal Christmas.
Night of Terror.
It says
in-
L.A. riot, AJ.
Yeah.
Right here under Google, a British SAS officer was caught in a web of intrigue when he sent to rescue a daughter of a British ambassador kidnapped during a riot in Florida.
I think Google got hacked.
Google fucked you, AJ.
Well, I saw it Florida. I was like, that makes sense to me.
It does make sense, yes. There's one other alternate title from this out of Italy. Fire Christmas.
That's awesome.
Wow.
It's great.
So
yes.
stupid. Fire is like a predominant character in this movie, and we'll get into it.
Yeah.
But
It is, yes.
True.
Okay, so this was released in 1996 on an unknown date in Russia and later in January of 1997 in the United States.
why would you release this in January after Christmas?
Because reasons, Chris.
It's on the B around here.
Why would you make a Christmas movie about
Straight
LA
to
riots?
I would assume it was straight to video, right? So you go to the video store after Christmas, to use your gift.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
You
Maybe.
got Die Hard under the Christmas tree, and now you want some more Christmas action, and then you get Riot.
Hey,
you know,
I
just
felt
like a
pretty
little bit
good at the
after.
beginning with all the Christmas music and violence going on. I felt just like
We'll get
that
to it.
all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
we've covered 96 a bunch of times with Night Hunter, Carver's Gate, Skyscraper, which is tangentially related to this film, Terminal Rush, and Space Truckers. So, I'm just going to
Imagine
pick
Gary
1996.
Daniels and
What's
Anna
that?
Nicole Smith movie. That would be a movie I'd watch.
Ooh, it's too late.
That's a good one to watch.
It's too late unless magicians are brought back.
Oh, you can just
and
CG
can
her,
resurrect
man.
people.
Hologrammer, right? That's the new thing.
They
just do a
they
deep
put
fake.
in what's his face into the new Halloween.
That
via
was all
prosthetics.
practical.
Yeah.
That was,
So-
I thought it was CG for the longest time, and then I saw articles saying it was all practical. It's impressive.
So they should be able to do that with Anna Nicole Smith. You know, you throw enough money
it
at a
back.
problem, you can fix anything.
I don't like that.
Most of it was
That bothers
silicone
me.
anyway, right?
Why? I want people to posthumously, whatever the word I'm looking for, do stuff
Had it
with
right
me.
the first time.
Bring me back. Let me live on forever. I can be the weird guy. I don't care. I'm a dead corpse. Animate me.
Posthumously.
I'm sure it's just what science wants.
Science demands it, AJ.
Okay, so I picked October 96 as the release date for this film. So movies from that month are The Glimmer Man. Yes. Which is AJ's favorite movie of all time.
Nah, fuck Steven Skull.
Speaking of Steven Skull, we have The Ghost and the Darkness.
Oh, so good. So good.
And then when he's done, we have The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Good. That's
Great
good. That's
movie.
good.
Yep, followed up by Swingers and Thinner.
Oh yeah, Thinner. Well, that was made for TV, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Stephen King.
Was it made for TV?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Thinner
No.
wasn't.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Thinner
No, it's a
wasn't it?
theatrical release.
Yeah.
Movie's a little
I saw it on
disturbing.
TV then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is disturbing for sure. The practical effects on that one are creepy.
Richard Dawson, right?
Is it?
No, like the TV
Richard
show host.
Dawson?
No, I thought- wasn't
Like,
that his
from Running Man?
Dawson's
Elias? Elias for it? I don't remember.
Richard Bachman, you mean?
That's it, Bachman.
I don't want to be thinner.
Close enough, right?
Richard Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Man, this is gonna go. Okay, so our director for this film was Joseph Merhi. We've checked out.
Yeah, he's amazing.
We've checked out a few of his things before.
He has like 800 films.
Living
he has
legend.
a lot of credits. He has 125 producer credits, 33 director's credits. He directed Rage, which was our favorite movie last year, possibly favorite movie of all time.
Wow, all time.
Want to watch that again for sure.
No Battlefield Earth,
Also,
it's all time.
he directed some other stuff, but one thing we need to check out is that he directed is called this Executive Target.
Michael Madsen.
Michael Madsen, Roy Scheider,
Scheider,
Angie Everhart.
Keith David.
Yes,
Oh
Keith
my
Davidson.
goodness.
You're gonna need
Looks
a
so
bigger
horrible.
Ferrari.
He plays a stunt driver. So think of a
Kidnapping
drunk
the
guy as a
president.
stunt
Stunt
driver.
driver.
Oh,
Did we just
jeez.
watch a stunt driver one
10 and
with
2.
Greco? Or who was it? But then
No,
there was
that
no
was Jeff
actually.
Wincott.
There was no actual
Jeff Wincott.
stunts at all.
AJ used to
When
AJ
they
used to
drove the
preach.
Fieros, yeah.
AJ used to preach to everyone that if you were drunk and you just put your thumbs up and keep them at a certain place when you're driving,
Oh
that's
yeah,
how you get.
that's like the thing you do, right?
Bad advice.
You got a line here and you got a line here. You just stay in the center and you can drive anywhere.
Oh my
You
god.
would say that all the time.
That's like high school
Don't do that at
logic.
home.
Do not do that.
The opinions of AJ Nutter are not the opinions of Bad.
Bad movie night.
I also told you that when I was like 19, so
I know. I'm just saying it stuck with me because I used it.
Bad movie night
But
is
you've been
the
using it for the
Lord
past
Sunlight.
15 years.
yeah,
That's the problem.
it's done them well, right?
Oh, man.
No, I don't drink and drive. That's stupid. Don't
Yes,
do that.
really stupid. He also made Nico Jake.
Haggerty.
Oh,
AJ?
whoa, have we seen,
Oh,
you haven't seen
man.
Nico
I think
Jake?
we've seen this, no?
No,
No.
we have not. We have not. Maybe you did it for the other show. I didn't look.
That'd be a good one for the bonus pod.
That'd be a good
How
bonus
is
pod.
there ones we have not seen with Haggerty?
Well, there's one
no
we're
one
going to see
shares
now.
your Haggerty obsession except for you.
No, I guess not.
He's pretty terrible, to be
Got
honest.
taste. What can I say?
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for AJ's.
Haggerty hole.
Let's not make that a thing.
I was going to say,
The
who's the
Haggerty
Rangers
hole.
podcast? Okay.
You wait.
Oh.
We'll get that Haggerty love scene in yet, guys.
I can't wait for
Oh
that.
no.
It's between him and a bear. You can't tell which is which at some point.
Just Harry.
Him in a leather sofa.
Oh, God.
What?
I don't know. I was just thinking of that cheerleader movie we watched, and they're sitting on that leather sofa. Remember that? It was awful.
Yeah, we didn't watch the whole thing. We just started it.
Oh god.
We should watch that. That was awful.
So, just like the two men on this cover, there are two writers for this film. We have William Applegate Jr., who has 10 writing credits. He wrote Skyscraper. And also Joseph John Barmettler, who has 11 writing credits, who wrote Rage and Skyscraper.
Nice.
Oh, and he wrote Skyscraper too. Two classics.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
See, the potential's
That's
there.
just
now. Put them together.
We should watch that again too. That's a great.
He should write the next Die Hard film, frankly.
He pretty much has, I think. Kind of feels that way.
called Escape from Die Hard.
Yes.
Escape from my career.
I watched With a Vengeance the other day, and that movie holds up.
It's
well.
awesome. I rewatched that a
So
few weeks
good.
ago. It's
That was good.
so much
So
fun to
good.
watch.
Like, I didn't
It's
play
too
on my
good.
phone at
It's
all.
too
I
good to
just
be in the
watched
Die
it.
Hard
It was so good.
franchise.
Too good.
No, the first and that are just
Yeah,
amazing.
the first
films.
one's awesome too.
The second one.
First one and the third one are great.
First and third, that's all you need.
Yeah.
The fourth one's
five
like
of
on a
them now?
jet. I'm like, I don't believe this. You're on a fucking jet.
Yeah.
The fourth one has
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf in it, right?
No, it's got Timothy Olyphant.
How many are there? There are 5.
No, then there's that
Shia
one where he had
LaBeouf-
like a
Shia
son or whatever.
LaBeouf is not in it. It's that other guy who's like really boring. What's his name? Mr.
Oh.
Boring.
Oh no, it had
Uh,
Was it the Mac dude?
Justin.
Justin
No,
Long?
Justin Long is
Long.
in 4. Jai Courtney is who I'm looking for. Jai
What?
Courtney.
I
Yeah,
never saw
Jai
the fifth
Courtney.
one.
Everybody's favorite
Whatever
actor.
happens to
Plays
the
his
third
son.
one's supposed to be the last
in-
movie he was going to do.
Jai.
He was in a Terminator Genesis as well. You remember that?
Yeah, that guy is
banger.
terrible. That movie was awful.
Wow.
We're going to do
Yes.
another Die Hard
So
movie
negative.
after the third one.
We should. So moving along. Our music was by Jim Halfpenny, who has 19 composer credits. He did music for Skyscraper. I think
Should've
the
been a whole
music in
penny.
this was
Sorry.
hit or miss. Sometimes it was pretty cool. Sometimes it was
Yeah.
really bad.
Sometimes it was really random and
It was-
weird.
yeah,
Yeah.
didn't
And it's
match
like
up.
distracting.
It was like elevator
the
music.
movie?
Yeah.
Sometimes it was awesome.
Yeah,
Sometimes it
sometimes
was.
it's awesome.
That's fair.
Like the
It's a
movie.
mixed bag.
Right. And our cinematographer was Ken Bleakley, who has 84 credits, most recently for the 2019 film Wild League. He also has done terrible
Wild
League, and has done terrible horror movies like Conjurer and Mandrake. But he also did Dark Breed and Cyber Tracker, which is probably a movie we've seen because we've seen literally every movie with the word cyber in it.
I think we have seen Cyber Tracker.
I'm pretty sure we have. If not, it's on the list.
It's been a long time since we watched a cyborg movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't watch science fiction anymore.
Moving along, we have some quick films to check out. We have Double Exposure from 1982. A photographer plagued by horrific nightmares in which he kills the young female models he shoots is shocked to discover that there is a serial killer in his city who is targeting attractive women.
Dun, dun, dun.
This one has pretty decent reviews. So it might actually be pretty cool.
It's almost
Serial
double the
killers
exposure.
do they ever target ugly women?
Spiff.
Give him an X.
That is rude.
He's on to something because, like, as an ugly dude, I don't want to be targeted. So if you want to target the good-looking guys, go for it. Leave me alone. Chris, don't
think we have seen Cyber Tracker is what I wanted to tell you guys. It stars Don the Dragon Wilson.
Oh, fuck. It's on the list.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, he's
Moving
awful.
along.
We
have
have yet to see a good one.
I've seen that cover.
The Laughing Dead. This movie stars a bunch of horror writers as actors. So apparently
Really?
the acting is terrible, but it looks really fun. This is from 1990. Father O'Sullivan is a Catholic priest who has lost his faith. He can't forget the nun with whom he had once an affair and a son. He serves as a guide for American tourists who are innocently looking for a tour of Aztec ruins. The tourists find fantasy and evil in Mexico.
Interesting.
This sounds a little out there. I'm
Yeah,
on
it
board.
looks-
This
it
sounds
looks
pretty fun.
crazy.
We should watch it.
It looks fun. It
The
really does
Laughing
look fun.
Dead. Is it a
Let's
concept?
write that down. Okay.
No, but it might actually be, that might be a good live stream one too. If you look up the pictures, it looks pretty damn fun.
Pretty
This does
damn
look pretty fun.
Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
I have that on VHS.
You have this?
Yeah.
I do.
Maybe you should just let you review this then.
It's a great time.
A hard-boiled police detective sets out to capture a gruesome serial killer terrorizing the canals of Amsterdam.
Pretty sure I've seen that.
The canals.
Canals.
I had two spaces in there for some reason, so I'm like canals.
The canals.
Made no sense. Yeah.
The anals.
Is that the red light district?
Is this a different language?
It's gruesome in there. And finally, we have Chris for you. You're gonna love this. Nope, that's the wrong cover. I don't have the right cover.
Of course. Eric's got it.
No, we already looked at that. Shoot, where's the cover?
Oh, we just
all right,
ruined
we'll
the
wait.
surprise and suspense. This is lame.
Shit. Where is
So, AJ, how's your Verizon plan working out for you?
It was great, except for it went up like $50 a month for this phone.
It's for convenience.
Expensive.
Boom.
iPhone.
It's the only one.
Yeah, it
Jeff
literally was.
Wincott.
You're like, well, you could buy this flip phone for like
Blew his
$5,000.
fucking shirt off.
Yeah.
It's funny that they
Both
put two
sides
people
of
on the
law.
title on the cover with the title of Last Man Standing, but whatever.
Well, she's a woman, so
Oh,
he's the last man standing.
Still true.
big brain
still
time.
true.
Big brain time right there.
You got associates too, Lindsay. You got an associates.
Associates.
I got a bachelor's, okay?
Oh,
Damn. Somebody's flexing over there. Jesus.
and a massive VHS collection.
not
All right,
bad.
so
I can't
Last
afford
Man
it.
Standing from 1995.
I
Cop.
want to see this.
Both sides of the law.
Cop finds himself caught between an organized crime gang and a ring of crooked cops.
Is that his name?
What?
That's his
Jeff
name.
Wincott is cop.
Is Stallone in it? Oh, get some
Yes,
cops.
it's Jeff Wincott,
Cop
and it
land.
is written and directed by Joseph Merhi.
Oh,
Match
shit.
made in heaven.
This might actually get us some actual good Wincott for once.
Yeah, Wincott's been bad.
Potentially.
But never Wincott's fault.
No, it's the movies.
That's how
He's
it
the
always
Wincott
is.
beneath your
If
wings,
there's
Chris.
anything I know about Joseph Merhi is that there will be some explosions.
No, that's
There will
right on
be
the
a
cover.
there's
fuck
one
ton of
right there.
explosions.
And there's one on the cover.
Someone will
That's
jump
it.
out of a helicopter.
That's all
That's
I got.
it.
Really, man.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Aaron, for that delectable little history hole you had there, my friend. Now,
You're welcome.
it is time to move on to the rabbit hole.
It's time for the rabbit hole. grab your rope and your galoshes and prepare to dive deep into your host's wealth of knowledge with more connections than a LinkedIn recruiter or a Wikipedia editor on a 5-day met bender. Here's your host, Lindsay Washburn.
All right, here's our movie, Riot. I'm not sure if I like this poster, but this one's even worse.
It's really bad.
Look at that brick background. That's
It's so bad.
That should be a band background. Frankly.
Just the different fonts and just not good.
That looks like what I made in college when I was first learning how to do graphic design.
it's like if you
there's a
Google
boy band
bricks,
down
that's
at the
background
bottom.
that comes
Yeah,
Yeah, really.
that's like 98 degrees down there
Yeah.
in the boy band.
up. Oh man.
But I wanted to focus on a specific aspect out of this movie, and that's the stunt people that were involved. Because there were some crazy ass stunts in this movie. I was impressed by some of them. So we'll start off with this guy, Rick Avery. He's
Look at that smile.
right, bright white.
That's because they're all fake teeth.
Yeah, exactly.
He probably lost quite a few of them along the way. And this guy's got a pretty prolific stunt career. This is the Stuntman Award, the Taurus Award.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so that's not a stuntman. That's what you're saying.
No, this is the award, and he won it for ensemble stunts in The Dark Knight,
Wow.
and
That
he
scene?
won. His team won it for the truck chase scene.
That's a
that
good
scene
scene.
was
I don't
badass.
remember that.
Very, very
They flipped
impressive.
the truck
Scene
upside
in the
down.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah, that whole sequence is
like-
just amazing.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Chris doesn't remember it.
I don't remember that.
They flipped the
movie so many
entire semi over.
Chris, if I make the
cool.
Batman
It's
music, you'll
ridiculous.
remember.
And Ledger's like hanging out.
Flip the whole truck over.
Oh, the truck!
Come and get me. That scene. Then we got this
Smile on
guy.
her face. Sorry. I got carried
We
away.
got Gregory J. Barnett, and he won an Emmy for his stunt work on Airwolf.
Oh, man.
He does the theme song.
A lot of these guys do like helicopter stuff too.
Yeah.
So
They all look like used car salesmen.
It's fucking
there is
Sternborn or whatever this guy
there's
is.
kind of a
football movie.
stereotypical old school stuntman look.
Ernest
And-
Borgnine.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about them. I was talking about the
Stereotypical.
two stuntmen.
I called him Milton Storgbine earlier. No one said it.
Morgan G.
Oh my goodness. But this is the guy I really want to talk about. Gary Combs. Him and his son did stunt work in Riot. And this guy has a prolific stunt career going way, way back. TV, movies, everything. He was in Blade Runner. He was Harrison
man.
Ford's stunt double in Blade Runner.
Oh, that's
Think
cool.
exactly alike.
Which one?
Right?
It's like 8 inches of
Pass for
difference
Tom
between
Hanks,
them.
maybe.
Right? He did stunts in They Live.
God.
And RoboCop and just all sorts of stuff.
cool.
And to top it all off, this was very surprising that I found out about this guy. He did stunts for Star Trek, the original series.
No way.
That's cool.
And he did the stunts for one of the most famous fight scenes in the Star Trek original series. He was in the arena, season 1, episode 18. He was the Gorn. The Gorn was in Riot.
Oh, man, that's so cool.
Gorn.
So that's the rabbit hole.
That
I
scene
was
is
like, the
fucking
fucking
terrible.
Gorn was in Riot.
It's so bad.
We just
So
need
bad,
Gary
but
Daniels
so
to go to
great.
Star Wars,
space, and
man.
the circle complete.
Nice.
So there you go.
That's pretty awesome.
That was cool.
Thank you, Lindsay. That was a good rabbit
You're
hole.
welcome. That was a fun one to find. So
Time to move on and talk about Riot. Hey everyone, this is Chris, and just reminding you in the still of tonight to go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up. For $2 a month, you get access to the exclusive bonus podcast pre-show, as well as other bonuses. That's patreon.com/badmovienightshow. Okay. AJ, what did you think of Riot?
Mixed feelings on Riot. I love the stunt work, and that's honestly what kept me engaged when I was engaged. But I did find myself occasionally like dozing off, especially when I thought the movie was going to come to an end 20 minutes in or getting close to it. And I just like, I don't know. I the setup with the riot and going into like a riot area felt really like stingy. And I understand it's the 90s and stuff, but man, like, what were they thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I had mixed feelings on it. That's about it.
Lindsay.
I didn't have a ton of trouble with the concept. I just don't think they did it well. Because, I mean, it's like, let's pull this job while all the resources are busy with this thing going on, you know? Kind of like...
Die Hard 4? Or Die
Yeah,
Hard 3?
or something like that. You know,
Any of the
something
Die
big
Hards?
is going on. Let's pull this job while this is going on because there's cops are busy and all that kind of shit. But I also was very bored when there wasn't action going on. It was hard to stay engaged with, and it felt like we were in the third act,
Yeah.
like in the middle of the movie. So once you got past that, it's like, okay, it just kept going and going and going. The only thing that kept it for me was the action and the stunt stuff. So
Rebecca.
For me, the plot had too many coincidences. Like everything just kind of worked out. Like, this is the ambassador's daughter who just happens to be his ex-fiance, and the guy that's taking her is the same guy that wants revenge on him. Like, it all just kind of was too pushed together. But like Lindsay and AJ said, the stunts were on point.
Spiv.
Yeah. The story just didn't
work for you.
It
Too much plot.
when the IRA comes into it, it's like,
Yeah.
where
I
did
know.
that come from?
I know.
I'm going to disagree about the stunts. They were so poorly lit most of the time and poorly cut.
That's
pretty
a
lit there.
show.
I think you're showing the best of
Right.
it there, but yeah, even then, maybe I was expecting another Rage, and that colored it because Rage
fair.
was fantastic. Yeah, it just didn't do much for me this time.
Aaron.
I was loving this movie for about the first half hour. We've got Gary Daniels hamming it up, babysitting some kids for some reason. We've got his Sugar
He
Ray
then
Leonard
abandons.
buddy cop fight scene with the "we want to play softball" guys.
Baseball players.
God.
You know, and then I think the problem is it loses the buddy cop element way too soon into the movie. I thought that was really going to be fun, that
Yeah.
part, and I was really into the rest up until the IRA thing, and I was just like, where, why, how, and this is obviously a blatant ripoff of like Escape from New York, or Escape from LA, et cetera,
Yeah,
et cetera.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mixed
It was
with
still
Rodney
fun.
King riots. Yeah.
it wasn't Rage, and I really
Chris
wanted
is
Rage
so
too.
angry at us.
Shut it down.
I'm not angry. No.
You got enough there, Aaron?
Where's your grievances?
I watched this movie under the influence of some mind-altering substances.
God, no.
My notes are very weird.
We could dedicate a podcast just to your notes.
I got like absorbed into this thing because I was very under the influence of some very interesting substances that I wasn't expecting to feel. Anyways, there's a scene where he just works
the hell
out,
did you
and it
take?
is the weird.
He's working out in jeans.
Were you
is-
doing MDMA?
No, I just did some. It was legal.
Have you ever
medical,
looked at your hand?
But it wasn't. I was like, I'll be fine, and then I was on a trip. Where, this movie, and then I got to the scene, and I wrote down, it's hypnotic. It's like, I don't like ASMR, but this worked for me. Just shut your eyes.
There you
And they got him lifting
awful.
20 pounds. I don't understand what's going on.
And he's
Unless
in
he's doing 100.
jeans.
Yes, in
Jeans.
I mean, the Christmas
Sweaty,
music
sweaty
helps, for
jeans.
sure.
I got absorbed into like the groaning sound would repeat, and then with the
Yeah,
music,
that's
and
it.
I think that was you.
it was just so weird. It was very hypnotic.
I thought it was weird that his whole apartment was just a gym.
Yeah.
Well, he's a single guy. He's very
Yeah,
into
and
fitness.
he's traveling. He doesn't really
Right.
live there.
He's got to work out.
True.
I think this movie deals in absolutes. Insofar as everything is constantly on fire.
True.
Yeah.
There was a riot going on.
In spaces that you're wondering how their fire got in there.
It's just always on fire. Everything's always on fire. Gary
The
Daniels.
street itself is on fire.
Can we
I
talk
mean,
about
they were-
how
they were in a-
stupid the kids are at the beginning? They can't even
We can
open
talk
a
about-
Oh my
door.
gosh.
There's lots to talk about.
We can't.
Mom took the key.
Can we talk about how he was watching the kids and then he just went off to the bar?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah.
So let's-
supposed
The
to
90s.
assume-
Let's unwrap this a little bit. Because this is a Christmas movie, so this is the present we will unwrap, which is the beginning of this movie, where we have a news reporter relaying this incident of this riot, and then we cut to Gary Daniels walking into his futuristic apartment building thing with like 3 lights. It looks weird, but I'm into it.
Great coat, by the way.
Great coat. And he stops at a door and he listens because you hear kids, and I'm like, oh, is this his family? But he just keeps
No,
walking.
he's just a
No.
It's
creeper.
their neighbors.
He's just a creeper.
He knows their names, though, so it's okay.
Yeah, he
And-
creeps so much. He knows their names.
Would you listen to your neighbors that closely?
If they were screaming, I'd make sure something it was okay.
He like
Yeah,
went
I
up
mean,
to
if
it like he was
someone's screaming.
happy, like, oh, those kids are sure having fun.
They're playing.
Well, he
again.
obviously knew them in the storyline,
Yeah.
but
That's fair.
in
they're
real
like
life he didn't.
they're like 10 years old,
Is
right?
that the kid from Tool Time? What the
Yeah,
hell's it
it's
called?
Jonathan Taylor
Yeah.
Thomas.
No, the other
Let's
one.
talk.
Noah Wiley. What's
shitty
that
one,
guy's
yeah.
The
name?
young
Yeah.
guy.
No,
The
why?
old is that
shitty
kid?
one. You're
Shitty one.
the shitty kid. Okay.
96? No.
The youngest one.
Yeah. What
one
was
that
that guy's
can't
name?
Mark.
No, it wasn't
Mark. Noah. Was it Noah? Noah.
No, Mark was the kid's name in the show, but
Yeah.
They should just killed him
It was
off.
that
Mark Tooltime.
Mark Tool.
Taylor Noah Smith. Taron Noah Smith. You suck,
All right,
Taron.
okay.
Taryn?
He's the same. He's 1 year older than me. God damn.
What's he
it.
did
doing
you have
now?
his poster on your wall when you grew up?
No.
Teen
Fuck
Beat.
no, I just look in the mirror. I'm like, I'm just as much of. Anyways,
Okay. So this dumbass kid puts the whole pizza in the oven.
How
Box
old
it
is
up.
this kid?
Upside
Box
down.
and all.
yeah.
Upside down.
How old is how old is this?
How
kid?
old is he?
He looks
At
about
least
10.
10.
4. He's 4.
I mean, I have a 4-year-old in the house that knows not to do that. So like,
Right.
that's why I was questioned. Is this kid looks like he's like 7?
This is
right?
the '90s when you would just leave kids home alone and they'd survive and they'd figure it
Well,
out.
Well,
he's
she
old
got stuck
enough.
in traffic.
She got
'cause of
stuck in the riot traffic.
This is the thing.
Yeah.
It's
So-
the whole setup.
The whole point of this, though, I was like, oh, he must have some sort of relationship with this
Yeah.
neighbor
Yeah.
mom.
It seems that way.
And it's
I
gonna
thought
be
I
like,
thought the mom was the one who got kidnapped.
Yeah, I
it's
thought so,
very
too.
Yeah.
confusing.
That would make more sense.
Really?
But what is actually really important is that these kids never come up again.
No.
Never.
So I don't know why it was
Well,
in the movie.
They're in the movie to show you that he's a good guy. That's why
Yeah.
he cares about
He's
kids.
not a good guy.
Monkeys eat
So then when he
bananas.
starts like murdering people,
Exactly.
like, he helped the kids out.
It was rage, right?
Let's count to 5.
Yeah, that's rage. Monkeys eat bananas.
What did he make for them to eat in his
So-
apartment?
It
It was like
Chinese
Chinese.
It was
food.
Chinese food. It was like
Man, that's
pad
the
thai.
best.
I don't have the clip, but it was incredible. Like he was nice. 'Cause
I don't
got
think he
two-
made it. I think that
No,
was
No,
that
he
was
had
delicious.
takeout when he got his meal.
No,
He
but,
went down and around
but
the corner.
they had 2 separate meals. Like the one kid had lo mein, and the other kid had like some sort of chicken. Like he ordered 2 separate meals for these kids instead of making them split one.
Yeah.
No, I
And
think
big
he already
glass of
had the
orange
food
juice.
in his bag. When he was walking in to get his mail, he had a takeout bag.
So
What
he
was he
gave him
gonna do,
his
eat all
Chinese
that
food.
himself?
I would rather let these kids burn than give them my Chinese food.
Yes.
That's net,
Chris would be giving bowls of cereal.
You can pry that Chinese out of my cold dead hand. Like that's my
Chris,
favorite.
if the kids burn, he burns too because he's right next door.
That's true. So really, he
Yeah,
didn't
it
care
is
about the
apartment
kid. He only
building.
cared about himself.
No, yeah. So he gives him Chinese food and then he leaves to go drink in
No.
with Sugar
Well,
Ray.
his friend calls him when they're
get
at
a
the dinner
transition.
table,
Do
and
we,
he just
uh,
appears in a bar. So what happened? He just
He
leave the kids
says,
in his
it'll be a
apartment?
couple hours because I'm babysitting.
Yeah, it would have been
And
nice to
then,
have that scene
boom,
though
they're
where
at the
he's
bar.
dropping the kids off or something.
Yeah,
You know?
they needed some
We didn't need that.
transition there.
No,
gives a
actually, this
fuck.
is really interesting that we mentioned this because this happens quite a few times in the movie where there's like a strange transition. Like when he goes into the house randomly, when she's shot later on, you're like, how did he get in this house? Is this the same
Yeah.
house? I
We're
don't
just
know.
back
It's the
in the- yeah.
transition's weird.
Yeah.
Just there.
There's a couple weird transitions in this
A lot of
movie like that.
assumptions going on.
I don't think I know what happens in this movie.
I don't either.
Once the
You look
IRA
very
comes in, I have
confused.
no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they're there.
Because it's like he's got a.
They wrapped up their plot,
Why?
and
I
then
don't know.
there was 40 minutes left.
Why would you send a British intelligence officer in and not someone from like
They sent him
Because
as
they want
American-
the
the
best.
girl.
It was the daughter of
they
the
want
British
the best.
ambassador.
They want the best.
oh, it's the daughter of the British ambassador.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
I
best.
still don't think that would happen.
I have a theory.
He's Snake Plissken.
I don't.
He's Shane Plissken,
I think
Chris.
the filmmakers, and I don't. Maybe it's just the character, or maybe it's him. And maybe they're exploiting him, but it feels like Gary Daniels doesn't understand anything because he looks at everything like he's confused about what it is and
That's
everything
his
that people
face.
talk to.
He's,
That's
a, he's
just
a
his
Brit
thing.
living in
Isn't
America.
that his look? I think
And I'm
that's
like,
what
are
he
the
did.
filmmakers just taking advantage of this guy? And they're like, punch this. And so he does it. Like, he doesn't know what he's doing. Or he's just
a
like in
robot.
awe of everything at
Yeah,
all
he
He just
times.
didn't read the script.
I don't think he can.
Maybe not.
I just don't think he can.
Maybe he
Gary
is.
Daniels
no
can't read.
script.
That's really possible.
Look at him.
We had-
This is how he looks. He's always like, "What is this moving pictures
you-
on this machine? I've never seen
is
a
this
machine like
happening?
this."
I mean, it's not going to be ashamed of it. A lot of people can't read.
magic?
You know?
Well, there's just so much weird stuff sprinkled in. Like they flash back to her fashion show, and
Oh my
he's
God.
there in full
Yeah.
uniform
Yeah.
for some
Yeah,
that's
reason.
because-
Well, he's
And
got to
honestly,
leave.
just
He's
got
got to
his
ship
orders.
off.
Gotta go.
That was such a weird edit where it happened in the
was
movie
so
too. I
weird.
was like, why is this? Like that should have been like the first scene of the film. like why is
Yeah.
it like
It was.
You
interjected
could
It's
have
so far in?
flashbacks, but it's got to be very apparent that it is
I
like
was so
a-
confused by it.
It took me
like,
back
how
in
did he
time.
get here?
I was there for it. He's Navy man. He's shipping out. He's got to say goodbye to his girl, his best gal.
Worst fucking editing.
She can't deal with it because he's always
And
gone.
he wants her to wait for him.
Wait for me, Johnny.
Oh yeah,
Just wait for
yeah.
me, Johnny.
Like she's gonna wait for this guy. Come on.
Yeah, she ain't gonna wait for no man.
No.
She is an independent woman, and she doesn't need to wait for Gary Daniels. Until
good for her.
she can't do anything
Until she
because
can't do
she's a
anything.
damsel in distress this entire movie.
She even stabs herself.
She just stab herself. It happens.
So
you know.
is this the part where we realize that they're in the limo? Her
Yes.
friend.
Are
with
we
the huge
going
lips,
through it
Amy?
plot beat by plot beat?
Well,
How
we
did this
kinda
have
happen?
to.
Right?
No, we don't have
kinda
to.
have
So
to.
we find out that she's kidnapped, and then we cut to the bar scene, the bar fight scene.
Yeah.
Is that kind of how it flows?
No.
Yeah,
I don't
kidnapped
know.
in
Pool
traffic.
table up against the door.
No, it's not how it goes. I have the clips in order. You guys are so wrong, but keep going. I'm seeing how you get this movie back together.
It doesn't really matter. We cut to the bar scene.
doesn't.
So Gary Daniels shows up with Sugar Ray, and they're going to play some pool and hang out at the bar, which they talked about on the phone. And then this guy, Donald Trump Green Hat, is like, we like to play softball, and you're not letting us play our softball, so we're going to punch you and call you horrible names.
Oh,
The
And then-
tone of this scene is so much different from the rest of the film.
yeah.
It is.
it
It's so fun, though.
It's
know,
very
though,
fun.
There was a
Yeah,
similar
that's fair.
scene at the beginning of Rage. With
Yeah.
with Fat Cop.
I just feel like this whole
Oh,
setup
yeah,
too
you're
is
right.
just
Remember? Yeah.
absurd. Do you think they put Sugar Ray?
Why
Leonard
do they
in
have
this
their
movie
bats?
So we wouldn't be more
Do you
upset
bring your
about
bats?
this?
They were
Hold
gonna
on,
play
everybody, just shut the fuck up. AJ's talking
We're gonna
about
play
something
pool
else.
with our
You and
bats.
AJ, Aaron and Spiv are talking about something.
Sorry,
AJ always does that. He's always just
Go for
starts
it.
I
going
do.
about something else.
I just
all the-
started going on a tangent.
Free.
How's your new phone, AJ?
Let me just play the fight song so we can all get in the Christmas.
Oh,
spirit.
yes. It's amazing.
There we go.
I love the trash talking in the background, too. All
Come
these
on,
fight
come on.
scenes. Yeah, it's great.
And they pick up a pool table and block the door with it.
Yeah, what a move.
Well, they don't want him to be able to get out.
They are heavy.
Super
Not when you
heavy.
have muscles. So
And then
everything
they're
in
like,
this
all right,
movie,
we're done. We're done fighting. We're done
Don't they
fighting.
just bolt those down?
And
to
then
the
they go
ground
right back
bars?
into fighting. It was amazing.
They both
everything
met
is
because
solved
of
with
this
fighting,
movie,
Aaron.
AJ.
Everything in this movie is solved with fighting.
Like real
Everything
life.
is extremely racist in this movie too. Like
Yeah,
literally
like real
everyone.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like like the gang that break into the limo, like I'm like, this is during a riot.
That
It's
was
just
an
like,
awkward
oh my
edit
God.
too. He's like,
Even up to this
"Fuck
point, I'm
you,
just like, I don't know if I'm
word,"
gonna be
and then
watching
it
this
just
anymore.
And then he just sits there. Yeah.
it sits there for like 3 seconds, where they're like staring awkward at each other.
Okay, but here's my
Why?
problem. Here's my problem. So when Gary Daniels shows up to meet his buddy Sugar Ray, and he's watching the riots unfold on the TV, Gary Daniels is criticizing the protesting and the riots because I don't know, but it paints it in a light where it's like Sugar Ray is kind of with the people rioting in some way because he doesn't agree. And I'm like, where are we going with this tension?
Yeah.
Right.
Feels very modern day, doesn't
But
it?
nowhere.
And it goes nowhere.
You shouldn't block traffic. I should be able to murder you for blocking traffic.
Because it's clearly like the whole setup is super dark. Like this cop killed these 3 kids who were black because
But then
they
we
thought
have rioters
Jesus
on
Christ.
rollerblades.
We did.
Then you just get into it's just an
You get into
excuse.
the warrior.
The whole
You get into the
hockey
warrior
team.
angle.
There were
It is-
zoot suit
there was a
rioters at
goalie
one
and
point.
everything.
It was just
It's a bad choice to paint it with this like social. It's
Where
not
was
too
the
long after
bowling
Rodney King.
social
like,
over like
Yeah.
like a riot of all things. Like
and
of all
then make
things you can
everything.
pick.
It made everything silly then, which I'm okay for the
Yeah.
silliness. They wanted to escape from New York, but the setup is like
the
you
problem
probably should
is
touch something different.
halfway into it, it goes from silly to just fucking dark.
Yeah, they
It just
need
stays
to
dark.
stick with a tone.
Right.
When does it go dark? When Sugar Ray?
Well, Sugar Ray dies.
Ray
We
dies.
get introduced to this family that's like struggling through life, and then the whole IRA thing, and we have the gangsters that are working with the IRA, and they're just nasty people. Like it just goes
what
dark,
was-
and it doesn't really come back.
What was the plan of the IRA? Because
Revenge.
They
They
just
want
wanted
revenge on
money.
Gary Daniels.
they
I
wanted
thought.
to
Which is
riot
stupid.
so they could kidnap the girl.
He says it in the movie to him. It's like,
so
why is the
the
IRA in LA?
I want to
He
talk.
asked the guy.
Anymore,
He asked the boss, like, what are you doing in LA? Why is the IRA in LA? That's what I was saying the whole movie.
Patrick O'Patrick.
So a lot of people in this movie get their neck snapped, like a lot of people.
Gary Daniels
Yeah.
very efficient at it. Yeah.
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about because I wrote this down. I want to see the data on how many people die in fights from neck snaps
Why is
because
there
I feel
a-
like
wait a minute.
It's
It's
not that
super
bad.
hard to do.
Play the clip again.
play the
Human
clip
neck is
again.
quite strong.
Oh,
You're not
why is
gonna
there
really
fire
clip
in
it
the
snapping
stairwell,
it.
by the way?
blows up.
Because there's
Yeah,
fire everywhere.
Fire everywhere.
Yeah.
Joseph Merhi's a fucking pyromaniac. That's why.
Gary kills the guy. He runs upstairs and the floor is burning.
Why is he going upstairs?
Why
then?
is the floor
There's,
burning?
there's turds on fire. Somebody shit over there and they just caught on fire.
We
That's
need
why
some
this movie's
extra
called
lighting in
Fire
this.
Christmas in Germany.
Oh, see, that's much better. Feuer Weihnachts.
I don't know where we go from here.
Then there's a really weird tonal shift when he gets to the church and they're showing like all the religious
Yeah.
imagery
Yeah.
with really dramatic music for some
Yeah.
reason. They show him like overhead as he's thrown down like in a kneeling position. It just doesn't
This is
fit.
the longest fucking
Oh,
church
okay.
I've
See,
ever
this
seen in
makes
my
sense
life,
to me.
too.
I feel like the IRA angle is just like a ripoff of the Harrison Ford like Patriot games.
Yeah.
A little
time,
bit,
and
yeah.
that was made in '92, so it makes sense. They're just combining all these movies from early '90s that they like.
Well, and Rodney
Yeah.
King
The
riots were
Warriors,
92.
Die Hard.
Combining
Escape
the
from New York.
IRA with LA gangs is just such an odd combination.
Yeah.
It is a really weird choice
Oh,
out of
here's
all
the
the choices
hockey
you can
team.
make.
Like the IRA is not, they didn't get into it for drugs. They got into it for political
is-
reasons and for,
Right.
right where the
Yeah.
gangs are, it's just totally different values
It's
or
such a strange choice.
yeah.
Why is there a hockey team in the street?
I don't know.
It's
Because they
almost
watch
like
the
Gary
Warriors.
Daniels is like an alien trying to blend into a human society.
I think they're bringing in some of the ridiculousness of Escape from New York. They're trying to
I'd
bring
also
in some
like
of
the
that feel.
comment
I don't give a
that
fuck about
these
your
neighborhoods on set that they're running around are really beautiful areas, which also didn't affected the story for me. I'm looking back and there's like a really cool grocery store that looks really nice and like freshly built. Like it's just like this doesn't even look like a neighborhood that they're trying to
rough
picture
neighborhood.
for the story. It doesn't make any sense.
These
to me.
houses would have cost like
They're
$1
too
million.
nice.
Yeah.
They're too nice, the houses.
Too nice. I don't believe it. And
I
if
don't
those
believe it.
Xmas
The Christmas lights are up everywhere.
Think
Christmas
of the
lights
LA
are up
riots
everywhere.
though. Like that affected thousands of people. It cost
Yeah.
like billions of dollars in damage. Like it was a huge thing. So maybe I don't know, this part of Arizona. Just,
Arizona. I thought Canada maybe. I never thought Arizona.
I was sure it was a soundstage. You know, like
I'm
a
with you though. You
backlot
get something
kinda-
like Judgment
Yeah.
Night where it's like completely
that's
run
a good-
down
that's
part
a
of a
good
city,
comparison.
right? And you're like,
Yeah.
okay, this definitely feels like
Dark.
I shouldn't be here. This doesn't look very safe.
Yeah.
Where this is like well lit. There's Christmas decorations, and suddenly a gang of hockey players attacks you.
I mean, it was cool.
After
It was weird, AJ. It was
after
weird.
Hispanic Christian Slater threatens to murder you.
Give me the
Yes. Did anyone? I mean, he got to that church pretty quickly, and the movie was
did.
like over at
He
that
did.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
where's
they
the build up?
escape. They escape. The helicopter lands, and then they're all the way
Yeah.
at the roof already. And it's like, what?
It's such
What's
a
the rest of the
weird-
movie?
Yeah, when that happened,
Structure.
I paused it and I'm like, "There's
Right.
45 fucking minutes left.
that's what I
else
did
can
too.
we
What are you gonna do?
I didn't want to watch it at that point. I was done. I was like,
Yeah.
I got enough fill. Okay. I thought, like,
Yeah, I was feeling pretty good about it.
I
was
literally
like, okay,
took a
this gotta
break
be
at
over
that
soon.
point. After that happened, right when the injuries IRA, I was like, all right, well, I'm taking a break because this is gonna go on.
You didn't
too
like
long.
Patrick O'Patrickham or whatever that guy's name was.
They wasted him so much.
Patrick
Patrick
Kilpatrick is his
Kilpatrick, because he
Patrick
plays
Kilpatrick,
great villains, and they wasted him in this movie with his
Literally.
bad accent.
They didn't even give him the bazooka.
No,
No.
I just like the cutting on this thing. Like
That
they're in
guy,
the city
yeah.
and then randomly in a junkyard, and then randomly he's in like a building by some pipes, and then shows up on the street next to a car. Like the
All works.
cutting is a mess.
Definitely works. Now I lost my train of thought because I had some really interesting points.
Were
The
you going to talk
general.
about Alfred, the butler at the embassy?
No, the general was something.
the embassy,
What?
the British embassy, which
British
was obviously
embassy.
just some house they rented.
Remember any of this?
Yeah, that I don't know.
That's
who
where
thought that
Charles
even
Napier was
remotely
hanging
likely.
out.
Oh,
The
okay.
FBI guy was hanging out
okay,
there.
yes.
They
I
wasted
wrote
him
down-
too.
Nice
So-
title, Spiff.
Okay, why are in movies the general's hands always tied? That's always a line. Oh, my hands are tied on this one, Jimmy. You know I can't
Because
do
then you
anything.
can't take blame for anything.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to take blame, he didn't
Pass
escape
the
it.
buck.
Oh, you
If a
get to that
certain
level.
helicopter pilot would take that helicopter
He
72
loses his job if things
GA.
go wrong, man.
Right.
He gets replaced. That's how it works.
Doesn't matter. This is my favorite scene from the movie. I watched it several times. Here it is.
I'm ready.
As if I didn't have enough to worry about. God help you, Alcott. God help you.
That was it.
So-
Favorite scene?
When you get there's like it's like it was so hard to not tell that everything was a movie when I was watching this.
Well, maybe you should stop doing drugs when you
Yeah.
watch movies.
That's not gonna happen.
Next,
Am I in the movie right now?
It was like that scene is just like such like a fucking who sits
It's
there?
a movie thing, right?
God
Yeah.
damn it, oh God. Like no one would ever fucking do that.
But how
Like,
would you do that
I'm
without
gonna get
saying
off,
anything?
I'm gonna get off this
convey it.
podcast. I'm gonna be like, God damn Spiv.
Maybe you should
I'm
do
not
that
gonna
more
do
often.
Did it again.
You son of
Free
a
cell
bitch.
phone, you might have.
Did
Just
it
saying.
again. And I loved it. It was amazing.
You never talk to yourself in a comfy chair.
No, I never say cool like
God damn it,
like
Chris.
like
Where's the
I never
fucking
end the
calendar?
scene. You know what I mean?
Where's the fucking calendar?
Give me the fucking bazooka.
Yeah, the second tier IRA guy only had his accent when he said "fucker," you fucker.
He's like Dennis Hopper and
He
Ticker.
worked on that one word so long.
I like this scene where they're behind them shooting, but then
That's
they're not
so
behind
good,
them.
though.
Those are some great
awesome.
explosions.
Yeah.
So that bazooka can blow up a car, but not a helicopter when you fire two shots
No.
at it.
Oh, it was more than two, right?
They hit it a bunch of times.
And oh my God,
was
his
Porsche
girlfriend
Rain,
just
man.
runs dumb. Every time she ran, I'm like, what are you
I'm glad
doing?
you said
Move
it,
your
not me.
feet.
Yeah.
She's a model.
she-
She has to stay.
We had some good chase
stabbed
sequences in the
myself.
junkyard. Like the
What did you?
the motorcycle over the cars was fun.
Oh, that was cool.
I enjoyed
that.
That
Cool.
whole
For a few
chase scene,
minutes.
yeah.
Oh, when they're running through the cars.
Yeah, in the
Oh,
garage.
just-
Yeah, yeah. the
Yeah,
junkyard.
I got so many scenes here. Yes,
There it
this
is.
was
There's
cool.
so
Look at that.
It's so
When does
stupid.
that
Why would you
happen?
do that? Why would you?
When does that happen?
Right?
Yeah, we go from the hockey team gang to the dirt bike gang.
I'm surprised you guys didn't love this movie.
We needed
It's so
bowlers.
ridiculous.
We need a bowling
liked-
league.
I like the
like the
action
motorcycle
stunt
stuff.
stuff.
But the action stunt stuff is like 95% of the movie.
It was
did
cool.
you notice?
Like
that
the
they
stunts were cool, but the setups were always so stupid and made no sense.
Yeah.
That's
a
why
bunch
it's
of
fun.
action scenes strung together.
Yeah.
When the end credits came up, the first item was stunt coordinator.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
It
we
did
didn't have a
90%
problem
of
with
the
it in
lifting.
Rage, where Fat Cop literally just drives his truck straight into the other guy's truck for some reason.
That's probably a lot more entertaining now.
And
This is
Gary
like-
Daniels flies
Gary
off the
Daniels
roof
was on
and
the
is
top
fine.
of the school bus.
You got to
Jumped
remember, the
off.
movie ends 20 minutes in. And then when
Yeah.
he keeps
Hanging
going,
on the roof
everyone's
of a
just
car
like,
in
"What's
this
going
movie,
on?"
This
too.
was a pretty impressive stunt when,
Yeah. That
when they
was.
both
Oh, the
go
whole
over and he
parking
jumps out
garage,
and grabs it.
Oh yeah, they did the Die Hard ending here.
Why does he keep running in straight lines? You're in a
I
fucking
didn't
parking
understand that
garage.
either. Though.
You gotta zigzag.
People always do that.
I didn't
Just
understand. why they
Step
didn't
to the
shoot
side.
him.
And then just jump back over and run up the
Yeah.
line. Like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Aaron, he wants him to drive off the edge of the parking garage.
Oh, he's a setup. Okay, it's a setup. Okay.
Where'd that
And,
parking garage come from?
It's
Same
in the
place
city,
all
AJ.
parking
It's in the
garages
city.
come from. You grow
No,
it
he's
as
like
a little
in the
baby
street,
parking
and then he's in
garage,
the
and then it
parking
gets
garage.
bigger.
You know, down
He's in
there
a junkyard in the
buildings.
country, then he's in the city. All of a sudden, I don't
Country. He's a
understand.
city.
that's
He's
not
a
a
city
country
junkyard.
junkyard.
It was a
It
city
was-
junkyard.
It was a
I didn't
fully
see him go in it
paved
or come
junkyard.
out of it. That's all I'm saying.
And
It
you
was-
weren't watching.
It was dark.
It was
He's
dark.
always getting hung up on the junkyards.
In the junkyard.
I need
All
a
right.
transition.
There's way worse things that don't make any sense. Like, okay,
Like how
the
he,
IRA.
What?
Oh,
Like
I
what?
got one.
Okay.
He's in the junkyard, Gary Daniels. He's under the car. He kicks the gas tank out to the bad guys, and it explodes.
That was cool.
How did it
He
explode?
shoots through the roof and shit. So,
There was
all this
lots
is
of
cool.
cool
Well, there-
moves he did like that.
Yeah. There's one where he throws his gun and the guy shoots at the gun that he threw for some reason. And then he scoots under the car
Yes,
and kicks
that was
him.
it. That was a good one.
Awesome.
I was like, who's coordinating this shit?
I think a bunch of these stunt guys got together and are like, what crazy shit
Yeah.
can we do? Let's just do whatever
Yeah.
we want and make it
director
crazy and
wasn't on
fun.
set. They just went
Yeah,
with it.
they were just having fun.
I like Gary Daniels. I enjoyed this movie. Okay,
Really?
I'm the only defender.
No,
Everybody
I
else
enjoyed
hated it.
for
You
the
all
most
hate.
of
You
it.
already said you hated
No.
it.
Yeah.
Everybody
Didn't
hated
hate
it.
it. Just
Hated
disappointed.
It, hated it. So
I have a note.
okay. Go ahead.
It
From
says,
your doctor?
yes, I don't have to get the vaccine. Aaron.
And I go,
You can't be a part
Yes,
not
tell
going
Colin Powell that.
It's the doctor's note.
It says, how the folk did Irish guy get in a car in the parking garage on the 5th floor?
Yes.
Because they're at ground level. He sneaks in
This
a
is the
side
transition
door,
thing I'm
and
saying.
he's
Runs
at
the
level
whole way up
5
the
in a
fifth
car.
He
floor.
ran up.
That's the only place you
why?
could find one.
Spiv.
It's
Did you ever
harmony
hear
rules.
this phrase, "fight of the Irish"?
It makes no fucking sense.
Okay, it makes no sense. Is she gets injured and they take her to his house, okay?
Oh,
and he's
God.
like, "Do you have a first aid kit?"
What is this girl watching?
A Sasquatch cartoon. And they're like, "We don't have a first aid kit, but we have gauze." And I'm like,
And a shotgun.
the only way you have
Why
gauze
is it
is if you have a first aid kit. Does anyone
No,
actually
you can buy gauze independently.
Can
That's how I
you?
buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you buy it in rolls.
Why do you need so many gauze?
You buy it if you
buying
cut
so much
yourself,
gauze?
or
You
if
never
maybe you need to
know.
go get stitches, and you just go and
What?
get gauze to wrap it up.
No, I
That
just
has
buy
literally
first aid
never
kit.
happened. I just
Never
put a band.
happened.
It happened to me many times.
What are you cutting?
I don't know. I cut my elbow open
Your
when I got beat
fucking
up,
elbow.
and then I wrapped it before I went to the
You
hospital.
need to learn how to fight.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
It was a
what
good
happened
field
to
dressing, though. That one guy hadn't seen one that good since now.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that
that
opened
guy.
up
He was cool.
the
He was cool.
conversation,
He
didn't
was
it?
cool. He's a protective father, and you know. He was
I think that was the
Very
best
good,
part of the
though.
movie when he left them money. It's like that's
Yeah.
finally someone's doing some justice to this
Right.
storyline.
So
Because we had
okay.
that forced scene. Oh yeah, I've been out of work for a couple years.
Look,
Cut back to action.
I don't understand why Sugar Ray is in this movie.
Yeah,
I
he's
don't
No.
wasted
understand
too.
why they
It's-
killed him.
I
did
think
they
he's
kill-
in it to
yes.
make you not feel so bad about the whole storyline of the riots and everything. That's why he's
they
in
Why
it.
use
wasn't
him
he
as a
just in there with
token-
him fighting though?
Exactly. That's what we
Just-
wanted.
And just make it the IRA the whole time.
Well, they said send only one guy in, but he could have been there in the
Yeah.
I mean, what they
alley.
should have
It's a
did
freaking city. It's not like
is
they
made
had.
L.A. a prison. And then you have to go in to rescue the president's daughter.
Oh, and you could have like an earthquake that
Could you
made
have a
it
surfboard?
separate.
Dude, and then you could make them play basketball, and if they don't get the shot,
And there's
then
all these freaky people that had extreme plastic surgery and stuff.
Yeah.
they're already there, Lindsay. That's okay. So luckily, at the end, when the guy flies off the parking garage, he grabs onto the rope that's hanging there because it's just hanging there. Because why not?
Oh no, that's the water
bungee
hose,
cord.
man.
No, it's a bungee cord.
No, have you not seen Die
No,
Hard?
it's the
That's
water
clearly
hose.
the water hose.
Yep.
I've seen Die Hard. Damn, that was cool. Though.
They dropped like 3
was-
cars.
that was-
Yeah,
That
I was like, that's
that
pretty
was fucking
impressive.
cool.
There's a cameraman there too, filming Gary Daniels.
Yeah,
I
did you
saw
see that guy
shit.
just driving by? It's like, oh shit, this car's falling.
I'd love to know the budget they had for this because there is a lot of
must-
money that went into
must have
stunts and
been big,
explosions.
Uh-huh.
They
Like,
burned
they
up
spent a
lot
good
the
chunk of money
cars.
on this film.
Well, I think most of the money went into this rendition here.
But I was so confused because you don't know that it's Christmas at that point. But
Yeah.
so it's just Christmas
Yeah.
music with the
was
riot
just
footage.
confusion.
It's fantastic.
And
It got me in the mood for Die Hard. I'm like, yes.
I was very disturbed when that started.
yeah.
Like, what are we watching,
Like,
guys?
Why did
God,
they
this
choose
scene.
this song?
This went on so long.
Yeah,
Sugar
that was
Ray
long.
hanging on.
Yeah.
And
And
it
that-
looked
Oh,
like
and the gang guy was so excited about him.
the
That angle they had on Sugar Ray was horrible.
It was so bad. It looked like he was just standing there reaching up. Like he was just, they shot him stationary and they're like, just pretend.
that was the longest.
Such a
scene.
bad angle.
Why'd they kill him off? They should have kept him in. But it's so much more
I was hoping he was
interesting
going to
with
land
the
on
two
a
of them.
helicopter or something and just. Or they'll just transition and he's alive. Why not?
Yeah.
Why didn't
He
Sugar
survived
Ray
it.
use? Why didn't he use both hands?
Because he's too busy
'Cause the
flailing his
gloves.
other arm around.
He was trying to grab his jacket, but the gloves did him in. That was the
The
problem.
gloves
Always the
always
gloves.
do you, and that's what happens
They're
in
cool.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger.
But that's all they do.
Mm.
They're just a cool factor.
So don't wear gloves.
The end.
Man, you guys were chatty up in this one today. You guys
No, we
talking
watched
all
it
over each
sober.
other.
So we know what happened.
Sit there and judge me. I fucking watched the whole thing. Probably way more into it than you were. You were
Chris,
probably
read
on
us
your
your,
cell
read us
phone
your
the whole
notes.
time. All right.
Do you have a clip of the stuntman getting crushed between the two cars?
Ooh,
Oh, that was,
That looked like it
that
hurt.
looked real.
yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the
It was in the
parking
parking
garage. Just like
garage.
the second time they come together.
Yeah.
That happened to me in real life. It hurts.
Ooh,
That did happen to you. I remember that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
What happened to you?
Aaron wasn't driving, was he?
No.
No, he was at home.
No, it was AJ with his thumbs up like this.
There was some guy on drugs driving his car.
What was that rule? Keep the guy in front of you between your thumbs?
Exactly.
Icy Hill.
Yeah,
That's
it
not a
was
rap
icy.
gang either. It's
Are you frozen, Chris?
Are you
Chris,
interpreting
reading
your
some
notes?
shit. Yeah. I don't know.
Come on, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
No, I like
hieroglyphics?
pasted like workout stuff in there and shit too.
You're like
give it
writing
up.
tips for working out down.
Just make sure you wear your
Just that
jeans.
scene of Gary lifting over and over.
All right. Does anyone have any alternate titles?
Oh, I have a few.
All right,
I
let's hear
said,
it.
None of them are good, though.
Hey, aren't you Snake Plissken? No, I'm Gary Daniels.
Oh, nice.
I like it. Go ahead, Aaron.
Shane Plissken.
Yeah.
Escape from LA Hobby League sports teams. It's so dumb.
That's pretty good.
Santa Kicks. Little sad ass box of meat versus the world. Because that guy calls him a little sad ass box of meat. What the fuck? Ho ho ho, motherfucker. That's another one.
That was one of my favorite lines.
This one's pretty bad. It's just for the motherfuckers, ass shit, bitch, damn motherfuckers. Because that one guy's dialogue was just
That's all
pure
he said.
like mumbling of motherfucker mixed in with the things.
Probably improv.
It's
was-
very urban 90s black
It
guy.
felt
Yeah.
so. I'm like, well, how long are you? What did you call me? Apple pie? What the fuck? What did you
It's
call me?
probably just like they're probably just like say a bunch of shit, and it
Yeah.
would be hard to come
Yeah.
up with stuff.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Revenge for Amy with the huge lips.
Yeah, they just shot her down,
They
man.
just blew her away.
Oh, was that her friend in the limo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just want to see my little model girlfriend. That's all I got.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on and play a game.
Game time, baby.
Juries are the worst kind of public. Right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
All right, so this is a riot-based game, all about pretty far back riots. We're not going to touch on anything too
recent.
Yeah, we're gonna stay in the past. What kind of game was interrupted in Australia in the photo shown below? Is this darts, snooker, ping pong, or badminton?
Badminton.
What the fuck is snooker?
There's plastic
Snooker's like a pool
chairs.
game.
Like pool, yeah.
Oh,
It has to be
on New
badminton.
it's
Jersey
like a
Shore.
9.
No, it's ping pong. Plastic
Like a
chairs,
ball?
ping pong.
Ping pong. Yeah, ping pong.
There's a
Fucking
table
love
there in the
ping
lower
pong.
right. I
Oh,
think
they're
it's
throwing shit.
Everything's plastic.
yeah, ping
That's
pong.
gotta be badminton. Minton.
This was darts.
Darts.
Is darts that entertaining to watch?
No.
Apparently,
There's
it got
professionally
yeah,
darts.
heated.
The photo looked like a Where's Waldo picture.
Well, there's one guy. Yeah, there's a guy in the like mid right
Or how much
center
Bosch painting
in
or
a
something?
tank
It does
top
look like
and
it.
a green
Hold on,
skirt. All right, what did people write about during balloonist Henry Coxwell's visit in 1864? Was it that he brought an inferior balloon, he couldn't get his balloon in the air, he didn't show up,
Happens, okay?
or he dropped a weight onto the church?
Oh, we dropped a weight under the
Boy,
church.
no, I think he didn't show up.
Or he brought an
We need the
inferior.
Coxwell.
You didn't show up.
He brought an inferior balloon. He didn't bring his best.
You didn't bring the good balloon.
People,
Cut it
Some
up.
hardcore fans.
people
he had.
started heckling, so he brought the balloon down, and then they attacked and tore the balloon to shreds.
This is bad timing. My
dark.
wife and I are going on a hot air balloon ride on Sunday. I'm hoping we
Oh
don't
my
get
God.
heckled. in time.
Hopefully, they don't bring the
Bring
the
inferior
inferior
balloon.
Don't fall out,
Damn.
Aaron.
What two
know.
groups clashed in a riot in Toronto in the 1850s? Was it police and ballerinas, firefighters and clowns, army men and teachers, or doctors and musicians?
Doctors
Firefighters
and
and
musicians.
clowns.
Doctors and musicians.
Doctors
fight
and
about?
musicians.
I think it's firefighters and clowns.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
It is firefighters and clowns.
Oh my God.
I hope they look like this.
What did they fight over?
Yeah, what was this? What did that played into?
I have to think about what this one was. I want to say it was like a circus riot. Like
Oh.
something about like not having the tents up to code or something. And the clowns wanted the circus to go on, and the firefighters
Must
were
have
like,
been a lot
no.
of clowns.
And then it turned into this.
As it does.
Oh, Canada.
What founding father tried and failed to break up a riot targeting doctors who had been digging up graves to practice on dead bodies?
Sam
Was
Adams.
it Benjamin Franklin, Alexander Hamilton, Samuel Adams, or Thomas Jefferson?
Sounds like some Benjamin Franklin shit.
Yeah, Ben Franklin.
Alexander Hamilton.
Okay,
Old
Ben
Benji
Franklin.
I think it's Sam Adams.
Yeah, he makes beer. Beer's made from old dead people. I think that's science.
It was Hamilton himself.
There it is.
I don't remember that
I
part
don't
of the
remember
musical.
that.
Yeah, that wasn't in the. They skipped over. They couldn't get it to rhyme. A statue of what kind of animal caused a riot in London in 1907? Was it
Eagle.
a horse, dog, elephant, or eagle?
Eagle. They hate freedom.
Wait, 1907.
Elephant. I don't know.
Why would you ride over that?
Because of the penis.
Horse. I'm going to say a horse.
I feel so inadequate.
Big elephant dick. I'm mad.
Take it down.
That elephant penis.
It's not that big.
I've seen bigger.
So it was a dog. It was a brown dog.
We don't
was-
like brown dogs in this town.
It was
Back when
put
people
up.
were cartoons.
It was put up because there were people that were experimenting on dogs, and the folks that were against it put up this statue as like a protest, like this is who you're harming. So then those two groups clashed, and they ended up having to take the statue down because it caused so many issues.
I thought you were going to say they started experimenting on the
familiar.
statue.
What fish was at the center of a riot in Amsterdam in 1886? Was it a herring, eel, perch, or mullet?
Mullet
Eel's
is a
not a
fish?
fish, and a mullet's a hairstyle. So
Amsterdam, it's got to be a
herring.
herring, right?
I would say perch.
Herring.
And eels are fish, by the way.
Eels are fish,
Yeah.
but they don't have fishy things. They don't have those little tentacle holes.
Little tentacles?
Whatever, the breathing apparatus holes. Or
Gills?
whatever.
They have
Yes,
eyes,
they
Chris.
do.
Yeah.
They have gills.
They fucking don't. They don't have fish legs. Or whatever. Fish.
Fins?
What does an eel look like? Don't they like big snake things? Yeah, they don't have little fish. All right, whatever. Fucking move on.
Well, it is an eel.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, apparently they would do this. It's called eel pooling, where they would hang the eel and then the boats would go through and they would try to pull the eel off, but they would end up falling in the water, and whoever pulled the eel
And
won.
people say the world was better before the internet, but this is what people did.
You can't play video
I mean,
games.
look
That's
at
a
the
waste of time.
crowds.
Yeah, I know.
I would much rather go
I
to
mean,
an
this is
eel
just what
pulling than the
People
internet.
do.
Spiv,
do
you
in
can,
Southern
we and you
Lancaster
can
County.
go pull some eel whenever you're ready, okay?
Okay, I'll meet you in Amsterdam.
Okay.
A social acceptability of what accessory caused an 8-day riot in New York in 1922? Was it red fedoras, straw hats, striped suspenders, or brass pocket watches?
Oh man, it's
Striped
definitely the
suspenders.
striped suspenders.
Yeah, because some dude went up and he went psh, and snapped his suspenders. And, like, you know, he's
Yeah.
like,
If you've ever worn suspenders, you can't not do that.
That's
It's the
right.
best thing ever.
It's a
like,
rule.
Hats.
I put on my
say
underwear
red
the other
fedora.
day and I snapped the band. I don't know why. I got carried away and it fucking hurt like a fucker. And Amy was standing there and she's
Got
like, why did you
carried
do that?
away.
I was like, I don't know. I got carried away.
So then you did it again?
Goodness.
No, I didn't. It hurt.
I think red fedoras here because everyone wore
Thanks,
black hats.
straw
back
hats.
Straw hat seems weird in that time frame in New York.
then. 22, yeah.
Yeah, and that was before straw was invented. So I'll say striped suspenders.
God damn it, Chris.
It was straw hats.
Oh my God.
Wow, really?
Yep. Yep, look at them all.
Ugh.
Well, when
Those
it's
are
hot out,
awful.
you would wear straw hats, right?
Ah,
you sweat
catch
and
on fire.
breeze, right?
Yeah, when it gets wet.
Fire.
You just grab an
Watch too much
eelfish,
Riot
Chris.
High.
Slap it with some meal.
That's how you cook your
All right.
fish.
Okay, that was a good game, Rebecca.
Thanks.
Well, let's move on and do some feedback.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we checked out Disturbing the Peace. Guy Pearce.
And his butt.
Paula Leopold. Paula Leopold must live in Horse Cave, Kentucky. Because he has a cafe-style breakfast lunch place called Otto's that stays open late half the week and serves beer and
That sounds
liquor.
pretty great.
It
I'm
does
not
sound
gonna lie.
nice.
Maniac Movies LLC. Is that one of our peoples? I forget. Guy Pearce has been in some of my favorite movies, but many great actors bottom out as they get older and work dries up. Val Kilmer, Ray Liotta, Bruce Willis, and Wesley Snipes are all-time favorites that do absolute trash now.
Well, Wesley Snipes went to jail for a long time for that tax thing. Bruce Willis is an asshole.
Kilmer's an asshole.
Who was the other? Val Kilmer had like throat cancer and
Yeah.
an ego for a while. And who else is the other person?
Ray Liotta?
Ray Liotta's
He's
not
still
really
doing great.
He's Ray Liotta.
He just gets
some good movies.
He gets mistaken for Michael Madsen, and people are like, oh. But you're like, no, I'm Ray Liotta. I can actually act. I'm not that drunk.
Yeah, Ray
Yeah,
Liotta.
well, he continues. Funny you say Michael Madsen.
Didn't you see Narc, Chris?
Narc, AJ Narc. You
Ray
talk
Liotta's
about
masterpiece.
He continues.
Um,
I only get mad at the ones that totally stop trying, like Michael Madsen.
Yeah.
Or Danny Trejo.
Eric
Well,
Roberts.
have you seen his house on the beach? You gotta. It's not cheap, you know. Just saying.
Gotta pay the bills. Matthew Pfeiffer thinks that the creator of this movie had some blackmail for Guy Pearce.
Oh.
Probably pictures of
Ooh.
him fucking a farm animal or something.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Perhaps
Probably
a
dressed
horse
up
in a
in
Is
cave.
that
costume.
illegal?
Perhaps
It might not be illegal.
A fucking horse.
Like, but yeah, but okay. Here's the real
You're
question.
never gonna stop that.
Like,
No.
okay, Guy Pearce, we have released this picture of you fucking this animal, or you're in Disturbing the Peace. Both are going to ruin your career.
I'd rather ruin my career with a bad movie choice.
Can you
Yeah.
can you tag him on
Bestiality.
Twitter and ask him why he did this movie?
No.
You might get an answer.
I really want to know. Everyone wants to know.
It was
not
my
gonna do
second
that.
cousin, and I owed him $20.
I thought somebody said he was a producer on it or something. Or was that Devin Sawa?
That was
Devin Sawa
Devin
was
Devin
the
Sawa.
producer.
Oh, I thought Guy Pearce
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Okay.
didn't you say that Devin took that position because he wanted to work with?
Yeah, I
he
read
only
that
did.
online.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that. Yeah,
Guy Pearce is doing this trash. It must be good.
I'm in.
Mike DeRosier thought The Grudge wasn't a remake, but a story that took place at the same time as the other three movies.
It was like, I thought it like flashed forward though. Because the house was sold and then she moves back to U.S. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it follows her back to
Might
the
be like
States.
It followed
After-
her. I thought it was the house, wasn't it?
The Grudge
The
comes
Grudge
with her.
followed her
Like The Grudge,
somehow.
Grudge.
Yeah, it takes place in America.
Did they do the shower
In
scene again
Pennsylvania.
with the hand?
Yeah, in Pennsylvania of all
Yes,
places.
they do the hand
Yeah.
thing, if I recall.
Pennsylvania, no one lives there. And finally, Caballo Rojo, or Red Horse for our non-Spanish speakers. A million people might be saying to themselves, Guy Pearce, British dude? He is Australian. Check out Neighbours, the soap opera, for verification of his bona fide awesomeness.
Yeah, he is
Right.
Australian.
If a
That's why he
million
did,
people heard us say
Proposition,
that,
right?
then we are in different positions
Chris.
than where we are now.
That video has 88 views.
Exactly.
So it's closer to a million than a zero.
I mean, it's easy to confuse
true.
that, you know,
No, it's
British, Australian.
They're
He's
pretty much
born
the
in
same
the UK.
Chris, you can swim to him, right?
The Rover is a sweet movie.
Rover's a sweet
yeah.
movie. Proposition's like one of the best westerns ever made.
It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, that does it for our listener feedback on Disturbing the Peace.
Guy Pearce was born in Cambridgeshire, England.
Cambridge.
There you go.
Oh
he
shit!
grow up
We
in
just
Australia?
blew a million people's minds.
But then he probably moved to Australia.
Yeah, he probably did after that.
Guy Pearce. Okay, his neighbors isn't Australian soap opera.
His father was
but,
born in Auckland, New Zealand.
He's not.
And as we know, New Zealand is just a hop, skip, and a little paddle away from Australia.
We've learned these things.
It's only 3,000 miles.
Like so.
If
At some
you'd
point,
like
we'll have to explain to Lindsay what
participate-
this is about, and I bet she'll be on my side.
No,
But I don't
see that
we already
episode?
covered it. We covered it.
Okay, I don't, because I don't want
you
to
see the-
retread
And
that.
she's not on your side.
I'm not on your side.
Did you watch the 15,000 foot dam episode?
No.
Chris.
Shot spit.
The listeners, if you'd like to join in making fun of Chris, leave a comment on our video for Riot next week.
I don't think I said anything that bad. Like that, those were bad. That I don't even think that New Zealand thing is bad. I think that 15,000.
They
people
look
were bad.
close on the maps that we show people, but
And the maps you
It's
have
that-
drawn
That's
to
what
they're
I.
very close.
The maps that I drew.
The ones that you doctored to fit your.
I'm saying, no, I'm saying that in relation to everything else, New Zealand is closer to Australia.
true.
But the map's wrong. That's
No,
the
it's
problem.
not. You just don't know how to read it.
I like how you have those like ready to go.
They're actually as far apart as the U.S. is wide.
His New Zealand folder.
Look at how close they are.
They're not that. They're 35,000.
Where's the one I had with the guy swimming? I had one with the guy swimming. Whatever. Okay.
You know, Chris, if you tried to swim that, you could make a lot of money off of YouTube. We'll live stream it.
You just want me to die.
That would be cool. That would be
Fully
cool
even
Fucking
a
swim
too.
to New Zealand.
Falcon.
All right.
Falcon to the
Enough fun. We are now moving on to the wheel, which is a Patreon wheel this week.
All right.
Oh shit! I got two wheels open again. Where the fuck do I get?
Oh
The
god
wheels?
damn it! He's got it all.
gotta
fucked
Are we doing the
Secret wheel.
recommendation at the end of the wheel?
Oh shit! We didn't do
We're
the
just skipping
recommendation.
everything.
Yeah, I
We're
forgot. Okay,
recommending
AJ, what
this.
you recommend?
I was
5
wondering what was going to
years we're
happen.
into
I was like,
this.
maybe it's changed.
That's the
5 years.
what's
We
that
don't
thing
know how
when
to
you
do
call
this.
something secret? The secret thing? Secret?
Clandestine.
No,
Whoa.
that's the not lightning.
That's that bachelor's degree.
the
How much did that word in your vocabulary
no, it's like
cost you?
butter. Oh shit!
It's like $1,000 for that
Butter.
word.
No, not butter.
Parquet.
No, it's like when it's random in things.
Random in things?
It's random things.
Oh, fuck. I don't know what
What?
the word is.
What do you think of it? Context.
That's the B, I think. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Damn it, that's going to drive me nuts.
Random starts with
It does matter.
AJ, would you recommend Riot? I'll think about this.
No, I don't think I'm going to recommend Riot.
Lindsay.
I will for the stunts alone. I'd
Rebecca.
recommend it.
Yeah, I will for the stunts as well. They're worth it.
Spiv.
I would say go watch Rage instead.
Aaron.
I'll recommend it. I was expecting Rage Part 2. It's definitely not that quality or caliber, but it is still pretty entertaining. And like the others have said, the special effects, the stunts are just awesome. If you ever wanted to get in a fight with like a beer league guy and his buddies, this is your movie. If you like softball, we want to play softball.
Is that you trying to sound like Trump? Is that what you're
No,
trying
that's
to
what that guy sounds like.
That's what he sounded like.
We just want to play softball and they won't let us.
That
sounds like a Trump
So now we're going to be racist and use baseball
You
bats.
sound like Cartman mixed with Trump. I don't know. What
Yeah, a
the fuck.
little bit.
The word I was
some
looking
cheesy
for,
goofs.
still don't have. Fuck. If anyone knows what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments.
Random.
Yeah, I would recommend this. I don't know why you guys are so hard on this. The action was fucking awesome. Gary Daniels is fucking awesome. He lifts weights. Okay, he saves kids. He saved kids. Okay.
What?
So he saved them from burning, and that's what I want in movies. So that's gonna do it for Riot. And now it's time to spin the Patreon wheel.
Patreon wheel.
Patreon.
Oh
no
my
escape
goodness.
on this still.
Hold on, everybody, hold on. I gotta bring up my document.
No, escape.
Yes.
All right, we got Terror at Bloodfart Lake, which
Oh,
was one that got
Jesus.
added by Jeff Bosniak.
What?
This is not a real movie.
Okay.
It's on Tubi. Humanoids from the Deep from Taylor and No Escape
yeah.
was
Nick
was that
something?
Nick's? That was Nick's, yeah.
Yeah.
Deadbeat at Dawn is Matthew Pfeiffer. That's what I'm hoping
Nice.
for. That's what I'm hoping for. What do we got? Sorority Babes was Eric Reeves.
Okay.
And Branded was from Nick T.
Okay.
Are we ready? And if you guys want to participate in the Patreon wheel, remember you just sign up patreon.com/badmovienight-show. It's one of the tiers. You get to put a movie on the wheel. And we pull once a month. This is this month. So here we go.
Oh shit!
Fuck.
Oh my god.
All right, have fun next week.
I think this movie might be a comedy.
Oh shit! I don't think I pulled a trailer for this. Hold on, one second. I gotta find.
He's
the
like, "There's
trailer.
no way this movie."
You said this is on Tubi?
It sounds like
Terror
a medical
at
condition.
Bloodfart
Oh
Lake.
boy, look at the pictures.
I think we discussed this. Might have mentioned this
Yeah,
in the
didn't you bring
pre-show
this
one.
up?
I brought this.
Oh, really?
I brought
Yeah.
up blood fart for
boy.
some reason.
Oh,
You often do.
I don't want to say
You
that.
know.
This
That combination just doesn't sound good.
Oh no.
I think they filmed it on like a camcorder here.
Oh my god, this looks. He has a chud shirt on.
They ended up getting killed.
We're gonna watch this.
Dude,
Wow.
Chris, this is like Bad Movie Night Show shit.
I know. I can't believe these guys are gonna have to watch this.
You guys are.
Ah!
What?
What?
like mine?
That wasn't good.
I mean, this looks amazing. I don't know what anyone's complaining about. Oh, it's like fake
Oh my god! I don't know if I can watch this whole thing.
Wow.
Oh boy, it's gonna be painful, guys.
Okay, I'm stopping it.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's getting good.
They were spoiling all the good scenes.
I'm gonna have to consume
Oh,
copious amounts.
good.
All right,
Chris,
Chris,
can I borrow some of your friends?
drugs? Look us up your drug connection.
God damn.
I was fascinated by this scene.
You know,
I can't say the words.
didn't have to come back
Together.
and continue the podcast after we took that week off.
True.
Yeah, but Guy Pearce was calling us.
Yeah,
All
look what it
right.
led to, AJ. Blood farts.
Did you say this is on Tubi?
This is on Tubi.
Cool.
I'm afraid to have this.
At least
on
I don't
watch
have to pay
history.
for it.
Yeah.
Jeff
watching Five Minute
Bosniak's recommendation. And it is an interesting recommendation. Been working through the show list from the beginning and up to Sleepstalker. If I can make a suggestion, I would recommend Terror at
He's
Bloodfart
only a
Lake.
sleep
That's what he
stalker?
says.
It's gonna be
Oh, he's got
rough.
a long
I'm
way
here
to go.
for it.
Well, he'll be in for a surprise when he sees this episode. Then, if he gets there,
Mm-hmm.
if he makes it that far. Okay, I don't know. I didn't mean to threaten him. We're done. Anyways,
There's a sequel.
There's a sequel.
Return
that's
to
we really like it.
Lake.
what we're watching next week, guys. Terror at Blood Fart Lake.
Not a good name.
Join us
Seek medical
on
help.
this journey.
More like this movie, Moist Fury
Rebecca, I don't want.
Oh my god.
and Sex Squatch.
Rebecca, I don't want a game about blood.
Please add those to the Wheels
No
Patreon.
blood fart games.
No blood fart games. No blood anus.
I want us to talk about
This is the
medical
perfect
conditions
opportunity.
involving.
We have to
Bloody
bring
anuses.
the return of car or fart.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a classic
Yes. Car
Hey,
or
you'll have to
farts.
take over games for next week.
I almost thought about
Bring it
explosion of
back.
fart for this.
I want
movie.
one where you're pouring liquids, and we have to determine if it's blood being poured or if it's a different type of liquid. Oh, man.
I'll let you do that experiment. Okay. I don't even know if I want to continue. Terror Blood Fart Lake.
That's the episode.
It would be fine if we were watching it with everybody, but like watching this by myself is
Yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
like hell on earth.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Okay, so that's what we're doing next week. If you want to get on that Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienightshow, sign up. There's tons of tiers with all different kinds of bonuses. Just put out some new episodes of Battlefield Earth. Yeah. We got the movie watch along coming up. I believe it's being moved to November 5th. I believe.
It'll
Okay.
change
None
by
of
next
us are gonna
week.
show
so-
up.
It'll always change by next week. Because the 22nd, this Friday, we're doing a bonus podcast, which will not be live.
What are we
Then the
watching?
29th is Trick or Treat, so we're doing the 5th.
Vid
I don't know who will be
What are
there.
we watching?
I don't know what we're watching. It'll be a movie watch along for patrons.
What's
so you
the
can get on
bonus
that.
podcast going to be?
The bonus podcast is going to be on Nemesis because you guys said that.
Yes.
But that's not going to be live till November 13th because November 13th is our all-day live stream event, which will have a bonus podcast. It'll have a To Be Tuesday. It'll have a Mark and AJ video. It'll have tons of Ian and I videos. It has some AJ videos.
I'm
it's
juggling.
Gonna have the live premiere of my short. Well, AJ was there too. AJ and I, he doesn't really get IMDb credits though.
I'm not worthy enough.
No,
to be
I added
credited
you
for
in
the
there.
film.
I believe when I sent you the movie, you were like, "Oh, that's interesting." So, like, are you sure you want them?
That's fair. Maybe don't credit me. We'll make a fake name for myself.
We'll premiere that on that day as well, and we'll have some guests, and it's going to be a great time. So put that on your calendar. That's it for this week's episode. Join us next week as we talk about Blood Fart Lake.
Should do Monster after that. Just do a whole month of it.
Monster Turd is probably way better. All right. Goodbye, guys. Bye-bye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. 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 We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.